spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Trojans will put total leather and will get started. He'll bring it out. It's Punga. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. He'll start this drive going to the air. Buys a little extra time. With the catch, it's Parker. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He leaves it with his back. At the 35, he's loose. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the Buckeyes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Got the back over the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Grabbed in the middle. It's close. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but they can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And he got got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
They don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, the running back has it. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The short hands, it's Dupree. At the 35, he's got room. A lot of room to the right. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And the Trojans have moved it inside the 20. To the air on first down. Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing the rhythm and the cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw in...
Touchdown, Trojans! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Cross. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Oh, he's got some space. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. And the Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Fires left. He's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Makes the catch. It's Cross. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there, but we're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
Would have just been a 47-yard field goal attempt from here, but they are thinking touchdowns and trying to move the chains here on 4th. The stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your own line, I say go for it every time.
Wide receiver going in motion. A designed run for the quarterback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Second down.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Looking to fire. The screen, and watch out. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He got it. That brings him to within 1. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Dupree. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They flipped into the field and we're ready to play. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Dupree. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the inside. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Intercepted, number 19. return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. What a cut. Now he's loose. Turning it on. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas State has the lead right now. San Marcos has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Arkansas State. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this third possession.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
The basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job of it.
The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Lost the fire on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Dupree. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Did a really nice job on the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. A low line drive and short kick. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again. He's going for a big play downfield. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Man, defenses are terrified of giving up that big play. I like the offense taking a shot down the field, showing the defense like, listen, hey, you're going to have to guard this. You better start being worried about the deep ball. Now maybe I can take some shots underneath, and it might loosen that secondary up a bit.
Complete downfield. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. The sweet feet buy a little time. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going to try to get it himself. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
You honestly can't really do it better than that. You can't. I mean, that was designed to be a pass play. Give the defense credit. They get some pressure. But this guy's just too good. He just instinctively knows when he needs to scramble and get out of dodge. And at that point, he's making good decisions. If a guy's open...
There he goes. Made a defender miss. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Trojans send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He was working his way. Toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Quarterback keeps it. Breaks into the open. He's at the 10. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here as of late. They can get chunks at a time. They've got playmakers all over the field.
Looking to throw. Pressure coming. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And man, it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Looking down the middle. It's complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Trojans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. It's complete on the right side. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Wants to throw on first down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Runs through a tackle. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. With the catch, it's Parker. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. To the air on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Oh, and that's a missed opportunity for the offense. You get the matchup you want, you take the shot, the play's there to be made for a touchdown, and he drops it.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Finds his man. It's Punga. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Ohio State! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that